Heading into another call, and today we brought the Book of Spells and Wizardry. And walking up into the building, I see my first violation. Emergency exit only, doors remain closed at all times. And what do we have here? A propped open door. Leave here, Satan! I'm just playing, guys. That was even a little dramatic for me. But on another note, we got a motor that won't start and it won't run, so we're gonna go have a look at that. All right, so I believe this is her, so let's have a look. And sure enough, the big fat red light of shame. So this unit clearly has a motor fault, so I'm gonna go ahead and acknowledge the alarm and reset the fault. So now I'm gonna run the unit and I'm gonna try to see what kind of fault we get, and then I'm gonna move forward on this troubleshooting process. Now that the fault is cleared, I wanna start the cycle. And there she is, right on cue, she faulted out. So let's go ahead and see what's wrong with this unit since the motor is spinning. Since the motor is running, I'm not gonna run down the path of it being a blown fuse or something wrong with the drive. Since we are getting a motion, I'm gonna check more along the lines of something binding and an overcurrent event. Voila! This machine is a backup and it has seen more action than any of the ladies on Figueroa Boulevard. This is the speed control that runs that DC motor. We have a line of 110 volts coming into this unit, and we have 90 volt line going out depending on what speed you want. Full load is 90 volts. So this is the 90 volt DC motor, and those two wires from that speed control are leading into this pecker head, and this is a gear motor. That DC gear motor turns these three sprockets and turns the tanks to finish the process. So I reset the fault, and now I'm gonna set my motor to 100% load. Full speed, 100%. Now I wanna set my clamp meter to amps DC. Clamp the output wire that goes to the motor, and let's see what we read. So I'm gonna have to be a little bit fast because this thing's gonna fault out, but I wanna make sure we're not going over current. Start cycle. And at full load, we're reading 2.5 amps. Why-ya! Still watching it. Huh, well, she's not faulting out no more. So we're clearly running at 100%. We have the cycle on and we've been running for about 3 minutes now. I hate problems like this. We're running at 100% and our maximum amperage has been about 2.4, 2.3 amps. And looking at the motor nameplate data, we're at FLA of 4.8 amps at 90 volts. So at 2.3 or 2.4 amps, we're well within our range. So I lowered the speed all the way down to 10% at slowest setting, and to see what that will do as far as faulting out the motor. And there it is, we faulted out on our slowest setting. But even at our slowest setting, our amp rating went down by about 0.4, 0.3 amps. So I'm watching the gears spin, and I'm trying to see if there's any of these chains binding up or these sprockets binding. Everything was looking good, so I turned it up to 100% again to see what the sprockets are doing. Chains and sprockets are looking good at 100%, and I don't see any binding or anything that's gonna cause an overcurrent event. And at 100%, we're still at 2.4, 2.5 amps. And then in the corner of my eye, I noticed it. Our current transformer is tripping. And that's on, dead homies. The current transformer is shutting off and blinking and flipping when it should be green when this motor is in motion, if the amp rating is correct. This thing is doing all sorts of flickering and shutting down, and it is tripping, and this is causing the fault. The current transformer reads the amperage of the motor and lets the computer know if there is an overcurrent event and if it needs to shut this motor down. And this thing is tripping. So this current transformer has a little dial indicator right here, and if you put a very fine screwdriver in there, you can adjust the amperage or the reading for it to trip with that dial indicator. This is basically a switch that's set at a certain amp rating, and it will switch and send a signal to fault out the motor. So let's go ahead and slightly adjust this up for a little bit higher current. So now we're gonna restart the cycle at the slowest speed. So after that slight adjustment, we're reading motor on, and it is showing a consistent red light that's showing the motor is running, and no blinking, no flashing, no craziness. And our current amps are at 2.1, so I am not worried about this motor having any damage to it or getting injured. So for whatever reason, it looks like that current transformer was set right at that margin of fault and no fault. So we've been running at 10% for about 5 minutes now. So let's cycle it up to 100. So now we're running at 100%. Let's see what the transformer's doing. And she is holding steady, baby. She's looking pretty. So that slight quarter turn kicked her back into gear. So this is a 480 volt panel, and we are here risking our lives every day keeping this machinery running, and that's what makes us stunning and brave. 2.5 amps, she's looking very nice. So that about concludes it for this one, boys. I will see you on the next one. Stay safe out there.